I've been lying to myself for years. I've said things like, I'm going to start waking up early and go on a run, do all these different projects and learn a new language. And for years, I've done absolutely none of it. I either felt like I didn't have the motivation or especially I didn't have the time to even start. But eventually, I couldn't ignore the fact that while I felt like I didn't have a lot of time, I was still wasting hours every single day on things that didn't really matter to me. I realized I needed to make a serious change, and so in this video, I'll be explaining how I've turned a years-long self-improvement journey into this, my invention that I'm calling the Acra Pocket. Real quick, I'd like to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Adrian. I'm a rising senior in college studying mechanical engineering, and I love making things. And for the past few years, I've been extremely lazy. But I haven't felt lazy. After classes and homework and commuting and just trying to stay alive, I felt like I had no time left to spare. But on one particularly rough day, I decided to calculate exactly how much time I was spending every week on all of those things. And the result was that I realized I had around 40 hours unaccounted for. 40 hours of free time. That's like an entire work week. I didn't understand where all of that was going. I felt like I had nothing. Where the hell was my time going? So since that day, I started to research method after method on how to become more productive and stop letting my time get sucked away by those mind-numbing distractions. And while I found some good pieces to them, it didn't feel like there were any that really stuck, and I was getting pretty frustrated because it felt like no one had figured out a system that actually worked for me. Then I took a step back and remembered what made me want to change in the first place. Awareness. Being made aware of how much of my time I was wasting is what made me want to change, and so maybe that's what's been missing. So I went to the drawing board. I needed something to keep me aware of time as it passed, like a stopwatch but for life. But a little bit more specific, because I wanted it to show me what I was spending my time on. But I needed a real motivator, something to make this stick. It would have to be something that shows me how much time I'm spending on things that matter to me versus how much is going to everything else. Even better, I would want to be able to set goals for those important categories so that whenever I hit them, I get a little dopamine hit. Oh, and it would have to be separate from the phone because I've tried that before and that's a losing battle. That sounded awesome. Now I just needed to find it. It didn't exist. Everything I found had like one or two components of it, but I didn't want to be carrying around a bunch of devices and notebooks just to stitch together a system that worked for me. But then I remembered a key detail that I'd been missing this entire time. I'm an engineer. I can just make it myself. So now that you've got the backstory, I would like to introduce you to the Acra Pocket. It's super easy to use, and to prove it, I'm going to walk you through how I use it. I started out by picking 6 different categories of things that I wanted to do with my life. Working on my business, training, spending time with family, personal care, my hobbies, and just learning. I then set different goals for each of those different categories of the amount of time that I wanted to spend either every day or every week. All of my progress is tracked in this progress tab. Each of those different categories gets tied to each of those 6 buttons at the top of the device. When I want to start working on that activity, I just press the associated button and a little timer appears. As a bonus, I made it so that while the timer is active, all the apps that aren't related to that category get completely blocked, so I don't get any distracting notifications from things trying to shop for my attention. When I want to end a session, I just hit the same button for a few seconds, and it goes away. Now, I know this thing seems pretty simple, but it works. Not in the snap my fingers and all of my habits are fixed in a day type of way, but it's started to help me see real progress towards actually doing the things that I love versus letting it all just happen someday. And because I know it works, I'm deciding to turn it into a real product for other people like me. Well, it won't look exactly like this because I'm still working on the design a bit, but that's why I started posting videos asking for input from you guys. So I'd love for you to join in on the discussion on that because I need the help. I've still got a lot of work to do before I can get these in people's hands, but I've already set up a wait list for the ones who are interested in getting one. It is hard capped at 1,000 people though, because that'll allow me to give a big discount to the people who support me from the very beginning. I'm going to be posting all of the updates and changes that I make to this thing, and I really would appreciate all the feedback I can get. So if you want to be a part of that, you know what to do.